Simano Edianai Mienu 942. What a day. Edema aye on my concron Ghana. Na Daddy Lumba Nimwe, anytime be a miti biano, I become emotional. Because a new seminal tifo enye asem ketwakra. Say makramo. Na debia metaka asem bi. Se ewiase we kra. Ebeje dien. Nipa wa sori anopa. Wadware. Ashawatare. Ibia wo perfume papa bi udi bi agun ho. Uwia na oni abusua dintwa se mi ko abawu bia mi ko adwuma okope bibi aba na oni abusua nyina adi oni abusua dinkra na wafifie. The next thing and say afedie yewa yehu biem. Obroni say the irony of life. If you see we eya emunsem eye bibri. Nti yenyina no so na yema yenina ho yakọ na yenhye ho den na enya desua nso emfama obia sasasi we so enipa what is said den a day is coming the odo ba sasasi we so no ebe sa fro e ya desua nti sa omo ho a bua ho se sa kontu e yankra obia nu a obekọ awakrada e bampofuru mu nti yenina no yenhye ho den na yema ye ho yakọ titiru ene abusua omo ho akan isanso omani nina na esu Dr. Edward Omane Buama, Minister for Defense, Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad, also a Minister for Environment, Alhaji Muniru Muhammad, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator, Mr. Samuel Abuaje, former parliamentary candidate 2020-2024, Stradon leader Peter Anela, fine officer Marine Chum Ampedu, and Nhyira Sergeant NS Ado. Onyankopon emfa omokra enseye na onyankopon enchichire abusua no ewre isanse dia bayi emu eya edin nyasem kitwakra in Shabanzo 4.5 yede agudemu nsem na ebade nenso sede empenifo taika no account nua na account e mani nyina na esu enti etwase ye nyina no yesu enso ebum enti yankosoa na yenhye ho den yema yenina ye ho Yako. And some of those Nina Yebeka Yakwaba Tichu and Doctor Omane Buama when ya ni baby koi so we ma good evening some dear Papa no ye juma papa and inti sanopei mu say Nina no yesua na papa na djuma son oboboy Mikai 2012 your man pedia wanya ni baby echo Prof Mills the time now or your deputy sports minister inti agudemu nsam so no or your doctor dear but ɔno nso wayɛ nneɛma bebree ɛna ɛde ama yɛagodie ɛho nsɛm ɛno nti yɛbɛtwa ho aba na ɛde dwumadie no mpɔmpɔnso no atumi ɛde abrɛ mo Nhyira 104.5 Thursday edition of Nhyira Digital Passports and de what a day at the Ghana Nibia and asam ketwakra Impia humra na emfajumadi no emremo mun se mi bibru ya basia now to say
30,000 crown reach ombenyeska every company on mu than some akobo Louis Campane's full capacity. In fact, last season there were only about 5 games spent about a boy away at the Louis Campane's omunya a full capacity. So fans traveling to the Louis Campane's was an issue. 2, say omubo even at full capacity omunyeska entry say omubo at the Spotify company with 30,000 people. When you see the report and almost every now and then Barca are trying to push it down. Say almost games no. And the Spotify company it is not because maybe they are too desperate, but a club one of the ways to make me PFS have financial struggles is all of those gate proceeds that they can get, the gate revenue no benya every Spotify company. When Gabby said that they have not even installed the roofing, but they still want to make sure they'll play. It is true. Barcelona are not planning to install roofing this summer because it will take them 6 months to install the roofing at the Stadio de Camp Nou. So then, hire won't install it roofing. No, but without the roofing because it doesn't affect anybody. Barcelona have been granted that opportunity. Say between that weekend of on the 11th of September to the 13th of September, they can play that Valencia game there. They want to return and play that match, because at the beginning they will play almost all of them games away. Then subsequently around the 12th to 13th of September, Omobo Valencia game over the Stadio Camp Nou, Spotify Camp Nou. Omobo they are targeting some revenue no be increase. Revenue increase here. Then Champions League games no any other they will try and play most of them over here at 30,000 capacity. Rich and unim adieba ko affected Barca last season. He say Uni say most of the clubs in Europe they do a lot of activations. Inti Barca sponsors Spotify, Mones and Kofono. And they could have done activation in front of the Camp Nou. But you can't go and do that at the same rate where you do it at the Mujik. So activation seeker. Barca for no idea of the Barca Spy. A whole city project that they want to do around the Camp Nou. To the extent say value say by the time a Camp Nou annually it should give them 200 million in terms of revenue. Camp Nou alone. About I think a couple of months ago, Real Madrid for a year Santiago Bernabeu they got revenue of 1 billion across board, not just the stadium, but in that of the stadium it was between 200 million to about 500 million just from stadium. Stores, some of them are rents, activations, some of them even VIP boxes. It gives them a lot of money. Rich. One report outside the box. Yeah, one report in say Charlie. Almost this is an emblem. And Rich, dang.
Is it Zubasa?
Yes. And Rich, even apart from the economic and assembly economy, Rich, whatever you do, Barca soon Camp Nou.
Sure.
That is where they feel like this is Barcelona playing, even with 1,000 capacity a Camp Nou. So they always want to make sure they go to the Camp Nou, and they will do that in September. Barca will return there. I want to see that happen. Which Sport say Cecilia, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, any Barca and saying something about the war. That is what Sport is saying. Esel Aguera. That is what Sport is saying. Say about the war in front of Mundo. Mundo says that it has ruptured totally apart. The relationship between Marc-Andre ter Stegen, any Barcelona for Rich, totally it has ruptured. Yesterday, everybody knew my conclusion of this matter. You can't fault Marc-Andre ter Stegen too much because Barca are or no, and actually in Kofobi ama onwehu. Say one year he may want to make sacrifices for the club, but the club will not honor him. And it has also been clear, say, although on free club, the club already has his replacement, so he doesn't have a place there. So maybe in the head of Mark-André ter Stegen, yes, minim simeko. But if I will go knowing that my name and I've gotten what I want. Again, does Mark-André ter Stegen win in this way? I don't really think so. Minim say Barca will use whatever they have. So Chinchi Mark-André ter Stegen and gets the way over there. In fact, La Liga board media, until there is a signature of Mark-André ter Stegen, it can't come there.
But is it it seems as a Barca for a deliberate attempt. Sa Brantino. You could pick keepers for the Omaba. You better taking it off. Na and no pave way so that you better register players be.
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you,
yeah.
Look, Saosha Testegen go award Dadiama Barcelona. Yeah. Me Obian will be to my catch him sa Branty and you good goalkeeper. He's a good goalkeeper. Ebia pra fine. Yeah. So any players the name.
Yeah.
You can't take it out.
Yeah.
See the football come and you're number one.
Yeah.
Number two, and say Abranti Anya Shekwan when number one the Germany national team. So Onyadia, you name Germany national team. Come on in that go pussy. It is for Barca to tell we are sitting as Abranti on your number one. On your number two, name number three. No. As a BB catch him say Barca for it shed as you ever say Abranti say. And it's so bad.
I don't think you are wrong.
So bad.
I don't think you are wrong. I think
very, very bad.
Rich.
Almost almost send a carrier.
Oh.
Man, that is how I see it, to be honest with you.
I say you are being a little bit
no, maybe. On say Abranti Bibianye no. Muzo onko you operation. Also be kwakoye. But on no operation now kwakoye no. But the info to some extent I disagree with him. Because operation now na okoye.
Yeah.
Nipa na also obeye no. Honestly say we are 4 to 5 months.
Yeah.
And also according to also next we don't need to come say 3 months. Yeah. But you see, so we are back and forth of two parties now. It looks like as a Barca for us that say what branch you be for near register.
But whilst that can be true from a perspective Barca also has a legitimate stance.
Saying.
You see, many Barca for only with their approach. But their stance in terms of its legitimacy, which 2 seasons ago, any last season, Mark-André ter Stegen has not been durable. We see plenty players then, but a player when you're available to play for your team, you can't be counted on. Especially when you are one of the highly paid players at Football Club Barcelona. Uko Barca books no swa. Onu na nisi kasoka ho. Ono Frankie de Jong.
Barcelona Deneka.
Yes, Metias. Ono Frankie de Jong. These players are highly paid at Football Club Barcelona. Rich, it is a Frankie de Jong airball game week in, week out. That's a we are part of the most highly paid players at the club, and you are not playing. That's a Usika Osra. Rich, trust me, I always make emphasis to business decisions. It will come down to that.
I agree.
Yes, the approach is the problem. Say Barca for no one.
There's an approach in America.
But Rich, at the end of the day, Barca were always going to look for somebody to come in before they go onto the market, because in Barca for no ter Stegen and so I'm going for one Garcia man. Their bargaining power or their bargaining strength would have reduced. Yes, Barca had a general plan. I agree. But I don't think some person was saying a career. We got to a point where no Mark-André ter Stegen, he was not durable enough to be able to play for football.
If you go to the Barcelona is so bad about them. And they are the money their mom. Oh, yeah, my another example, Frankie de Jong.
Yeah.
Time I know person taking off from books, they know they are branded. Chinchilla was on my toner. I branded say I want to play. To the sense of see what it is so bad as a person.
Oh, in fact, now
it's so bad.
Frankie de Jong put himself in the hands. Proper Catalan people. Hodi album. Piqué, all of them, they left the club through the back door.
So bad.
But you see, Rich, near Jose Bartomeu, where they club and baby a club they could dream, they have to take some of these decisions. And unfortunately, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen is going to be a subject of that. I mean, I say Spanish football players body, they say he has every right. Say Barca phone to me, even if it comes to disciplinary issues, they can't do anything to him, and they've called him. Again, the report from yesterday is that Barca phone penna. They can't even meet him to convince him to sign. I think that Barca has 30 days. Some of these are reports in the back. They have enough time. I think they will try other ways to try and convince Abranti, a friend of Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, to go in there. Which, Nhyira, Chelsea Fono unveiled Willian, Estevao, de Almeida, ewo mo club horom akoba. Now, you see, Chelsea Fono, the brief from the day they bought this boy was that at Brazil, they call him Messinho. And in South America, and your Brazil Fono, even the Argentines believe that he is going to be the next Messi. Oh yeah, and only liberate.
Hey, Kofi. Brazil Fono can't wait. Oh, I go other way.
The nickname of the friend, Padaoma, and you're in America.
And I can say now, because we're the next idea.
Now, it's a man nickname. They say that he's going to be the next Messi. That's why they call him Messinho.
But your Messi no for Argentina.
No, Masema went
to free Brazil.
Yes, Messi, even the Brazilians and even the Argentines in South America. And I was about to explain to you. But
your mate can't be way. Now I'm coming to kind of
me hear me analysis. I'm everywhere I got it from.
There is a fact checking.
Mamin come as a
yen can't say no raw near Jama. There
be say in can't say me come.
Because my kind of trans are now qua. Ubabe busa muslims Richard I know musa question.
Asem no en kamekano raw and kamin bambe duru akra bambe. He produces a company from the Yom Majuma. And the reason why I'm where I am right now is because I've been fact checked throughout my career. Fact checking.
Okay, do you the next level Messi?
So they call him Messinho.
Okay.
Now, when you say Estevao Willian Enya the debut for Palmeiras at age 16. In that season at age 16, he had 16 goal involvements. And before Estevao Willian, not the only player YB had been only Abranti friend in Neymar da Silva Santos. He had not had played in the Brazilian Serie A before. Rich, at age 16, he scored in the South American Championship. Your friend Copa Libertadores knows a day in there. He scored in there. Very, very important competition. He scored there. And since that time, you know, Brazil have kept on saying, this boy looks like the next big thing out of your competition, you know. Even ahead of the Vinicius Juniors, Rodrigo Goes, and the likes. Now, I was about to say something before you intervened. Since I started supporting Chelsea, you know, I think that only Eden Hazard has come close to all of those synonyms and attributes if you even want to get close to Lionel Messi. And since Estevao was announced by Chelsea 1 year ago, I've constantly decided to make sure I'll talk about the boy with a pinch of salt. Rich, the jump from the Brazilian league to the English Premier League, you know, is very steep. And it will take a lot of work for Estevao Willian to establish himself in Europe. Some of the samba flair, no near dribbles, that you get in the Brazilian league, you may not be able to get that English Premier League name. So you want to be careful if you are talking about Estevao Willian. But the numbers are there for everybody to show. At age 16, scoring the South American Championship was deemed to be very, very important for a young boy his age. At age 17, Rich, Abra boy no echo more the next season on the game no. The goal contributions in that season was 26. He doubled the goal contributions the year prior, making 15 assists. Okaboma, it was getting into about 41 goal involvement in just in a handful of games, about 77 of them. The numbers kept on growing, Rich, to the extent that Wabeya the youngest Brazilian to start for the Seleção. And everybody knows the Brazilian national team. Born Unimba, you won't start. If you are not close to a certain Neymar and Vinicius Junior and Sankofona, you won't get a part to play in the Brazilian national team. And the signs are there for him to become a top player. Now, Rich, a very interesting thing. Unlike a lot of Brazilian boys now, Omo bobo wa omochi ano bia bobo ni bi pen no. Estevao doesn't come from a home like that. In fact, ni papa esofo. Ni papa na Gabi kan ho asem. Ni papa na esofo. Now according to Estevao Willian, abrana ni maame nyim no. Obi se ni papa nkom se obebobo. Iti for ni papa from the very first day Estevao Willian eyewo ne to form no. Wadi faith echi any Nigeria see yahye ne nkom se ne ba ne bebobo akoduru eso. It every time odinachi to the extent say oja in adwuma na oye won chen just to always travel with a branch friend Estevao Willian. Intebu okrampa na ese okokoshe Estevao no bobo ne ko no ababaka be ya sorry just because ya sending come say the bani bobo. So Estevao has a different Brazilian journey and the numbers are there to show for that. Oshana rich for a lot of people who doubted Estevao Willian. I think that the explanation from a man on family and that is the third charge, you know. Rich, the fourth charge comes back to anal rape on February 2022. And this other charge is now anal rape. Say you near Partey person of Obano Echi. April 2021, between April 2021 and May 2021. Second one, and also anal rape, no, and so April 2021 and June 2023. The na a year, sebi, baby or buy who coin dano, and one tier, and also on reporting my police in February 2025. But I didn't see it. I was December 2021. The fourth charge, you know, I also hear a chira seminal, and so SCA in February 2022. Then Rich. Fifth charge, you know, and so a baby or bow coinda, which is the fifth charge. Then a sexual assault in the assault and yet say all day all penetrate you be a mom ebia wabon to ebia tries on the baby say who knew and the crime so on panel. And see these are the 6 charges now. Rich Echo Etia Yenya Thomas Partey, and that is the best explanation. You bet me at the Amade is the subject of Ghanaian interest, and bet me at the exchange. Rich, let's move on.
Wait, I will move on there, but Sanka Doctor beat here on Boy and Kakra. Like Fifi was asking, the forensic text now, Brofuno, because I'm saying, Siache. The dear no Liban say, I'm pa, the obey Caso, wouldn't you trans or family? Yen who say, I'm pa, be a party.
You see,
you know, yeah,
you see,
Doctor Phony I
think and only the trial will expose because legend. You need to know the ones my say ampa mini uja foda and no try so or family man penny. But not all for some so be found. Evidence are a man one, they will show it.
Okay.
Because so should be pa. For instance, Rich, look at the third charge. Also reported to police.
Okay.
And there are some SCNano. After the incident, yes, Nako police station. I can report to say as soon as see me say. And this time, you know, the evidence now one or the police for no.
That happened in December 2021.
Oh, I said something a term that. Wow. Who check case now between 2021 and 2022 some. And yet nothing. It is something else. I manage to say, if you are a police, I can report it then at them see you know. It's based on police in the report, sometimes evidence a war ban one. Me na and na make carbon or make me a day ayo case. Now Rich, I told them pa. Dear omu describing as rape no doesn't mean you are able to go through the process. It doesn't mean you are able to go through the process no. I don't think assault, harassment, but when it comes to rape, there's a certain element of penetration.
Sure.
And also someone I think that the court will be able to decide. Rich, within bare 4 or 5 days, Abanti friend Benjamin Sesko, based on information Yabeto sources seems to have flipped the preference. Because me jina here ena omo mutashe inshane omutie insha passport ebedia dance say me be reveal say there is a certain sports newspaper Our Benjamin says Kukroma for Slovenia, your friend Delo. Our reporter say the guy has chosen Newcastle. Now, you can't ask him. No, my year share was that but Sesko no all joining team my friend RB Leipzig. Saturday no. Na a name Manchester United omu technical director in Christian Vevio no on so the name only the say Abrantia ever signed the Manchester United enti ever the signer Abrantia friend Sesko. You are dealing with two clubs now you are dealing with the only the bako are convinced of Sabrano or you will be a unimno because of club now one in Pepe on don't call. But you choose so wait you see the other one. And you continue to convince Benjamin Sesko say Manchester United na on one. And they are the best club I also bra na obebo. And with his presence and no one be at the amano. Now you better say Newcastle for the bid. Rich, the details of the Newcastle bid was 82.5 plus 2.5 add-ons. And the Okabomwa 85 million. And omo edikoye. Now, just when Yebe Poye show no, and I'm a catcher also, there's been a story carried by David Austin say Manchester City proposal Akodru CCA. But Rich, when I was on the show, me catcher will say Manchester catcher RB Leipzig say they will only bring their offer if Benjamin Sesko catcher say omo what you see omo. So the moment Manchester the mobile the corner, then probably it meant to say Sesko and me to conditions of saying okay I have chosen Manchester, now show me the figures I will work at the mommy. Richard say Manchester Koya almost you yeah the yamba 82.5 plus 2.5 you know. Though you also come with 85 by the end say you remember 75 now you add also no plus 10 na you the amamo. Now Rich Obebusa say how did Manchester United raise these monies in this difficult financial times for the club? Rich Manchester was yo ayala kawakuma tuyem unum kwaya faso ya engineer sikawe ye you Rashford FA ye sika samso oko Barcelona nti eno no mai skakaka kama na ye de Sancho eko Chelsea no ye ka so ye obolo no yo beto no se o man pa they will pay a penalty ayala eno so ya je e de aguye the way yakofa imwemo any kunya abano the way we structured our salaries ni ade no asem ye sika kakra eno so wo ha ye ne betato enti ya ye pidu and the also what you say since I said in Wycliffe buy no Rich say na o kate cost ye marry mo aduane ni biem we mu department o mo do so ye nyibi nko Manchester United are saying say sa exercise na owura ne ye no etimi save omusika and those monies no and they omu spend on the transfer market no, and that is the reason why they are able to bring Abrantia your friend Benjamin Sesko to omo club no. Rich may I sure say in the coming days Sesko will be having his medicals to join Tima your friend Manchester United and it will be very very good say Abrantia and Ebeba. Now why and a Newcastle and Manchester were fighting over this boy? Rich Ubeje say in Pimpri in Europe top 5 leagues, you know. Say open Mantia Omeya under 23 since August 2023 says Kwashe goes to Obia within the age group nedia. So we are under 23 in the top 5 leagues since August 2023. Benjamin says Kwashe goes to
what are the players? Jama Musiala.
Yeah. Florent Jude. even though these guys are not strikers. But the fact of the matter, and they say we are saying say under 23, it is a striker we have to go, Papa Bia and Koba appear in the list.
Sure. And
he has scored goals for his age than any player since August 2023. Now, Rich, you were mocking Team FN in Newcastle, and according to Ireland, you know, almost a challenge since Newcastle GDC Omar arriving, and that there is a Saudi Arabian money, and Omubetimi for best players, you know. You can even do a first 11 of players, and the only positions you will miss are right back and left back. James Trafford has not joined Man City from Burnley. Gue Osiomba. Dean Hoysen ako Real Madrid. Imwembo ko Manchester United. João Pedro eko Chelsea. Kudus ajoine Tottenham. Iketike eko Liverpool. Diam Delap eko Chelsea. And now Benjamin Sesko will be joining Manchester United. It's rich. Team IFN in Newcastle. Anyone down for Eddie Howe and Usubri. And as they say, Akomo, and they want to turn attention to other players. Now, only Rich, the moment they were able to show their cards in terms of Sika Metua for Benjamin Sesko, Ama Obia so and they look at for more cash. And assuming they shift attention from Benjamin Sesko to any player, especially in the Premier League, they will know so now we will schedule our person cost spending. And as I say, when you nipako and I will buy a sway. Inti one babu Newcastle, Team FN Newcastle Rich, and yet a book it was. I'm on cover Jackson, Nicola Jackson. Yes, he is also an alternative. Come on, big boy. No, Nicola Jackson send me America and connected to a from Anunsi. It be man a kind of for all my share on Facebook, no, they will realize. And for you to your tactical board no so who has spent the most in the Premier League so far this window? Premier League transfer fees spent and received summer 2025 transfer window. Now Rich, say also for you now red one no, which is the red graph no, I represent Sika class on a spending. Then the yellow one is Sika or more a receiving. Then is the top 6. Liverpool has spent £252.2 million. Rich, Newcastle, Liverpool sales of Mayeno, they have received £114.5 million. Chelsea has spent £240.2 million. Chelsea are receiving £136.7 million. Arsenal and also £192.6 million. And on spending, they have received only 6.9. Man City are spending 153.4, Oman receiving 31.8. Manchester United are yet to receive. Then Tottenham Hotspur spending 127.9 and receiving only 12. Now, Rich, it is very, very important. Mabeka say, Opesa Ujaji club will be any spending. You need to have this kind of balance. Sika or spending, Sika or receiving. And in the coming days, Rich, this graph here will be updated because clubs missing Liverpool and Chelsea eminently are making some moves at this Sikabe Bromo. Not Omoto players in Kwa. For instance, Anopeya Menoka say, Hilal are concluded with Liverpool on a branch defender Ununes. 53 upfront any add-ons. Enti down Nunes or train team FN in Napoli. Na Juve air considers Omanya Colomwani permanenta or Metzmakwa Kofano. But Obia my CCA. Enti now Abenten is moving to the Saudi Arabian League, Now Wakobo Ediama Island. Now Rich, Unim Dientia they are able to afford Abenten FN down Nunes, They have 75 million release clause ready for Victor Osimhen. And Osimhen so Okwaga Galatasaray. And this is 75. Now come the Victor Osimhen from Napoli. Now Angia. So me just about 53. Now my save be now me they cover down in Esa. I am again until they are going in for him. And so now make no. And you Liverpool kwana ombe upgrade omu graph no. You say this be also so is joining Everton around 25 plus 4 million add-ons. Into Chelsea will make that money. Chelsea will be expecting say Abante FN in Kukubeko, then Serena Okano. Nicolas Jackson, the NS not say Chelsea tongue. But Nancy movement na akọ so che say ahwe ya no ho ba be frem and obi be lose the player bi okopo obi wa nya no or 10 attention pe na akoto Nicolas Jackson so na rich me ma no si no me Nicolas Jackson enye me top striker. But there is one thing about Sabrante we are obi obe for ni bia will get, and I want you to watch this goal. Go here Nicolas Jackson share, you know. He runs behind the defender. No, now Rich, according to the Athletic, I'm gonna say, sa over Premier League anymore. Open strikers are, very good at running behind defensive lines. Nicolas Jackson is one of the best. And the Irish Ukraino, any team be over Barca open Nicolas Jackson be Rich. What? Are you sure so Obenya and say you'll be getting a striker? He is always on the run behind the defenders, you know, and that is one big attribute. Me sure say obi o consider Nicolas Jackson Biano will say, look, probably I went to say 30 goals in 81 games for Chelsea. Ebia enye top numbers, but he can give you something, and he can only continue to grow. Say go in for Abantia, your friend Nicolas Jackson. It's rich.
Me say to be honest with you, about Chelsea.
Easy, but I was here by age, and I tell funny I have from Fanchain. Into me, yes, sports giddy. Nah, and no, a poem program. Na mente.
I think I'm in net.
Yes, dear Bobon Comoya, Tiadom. So no, or more caba helicopter be out of form, yeah. So no, me catch you say, I remember my name my birthday, and your ritual be a say your birthday. There's a certain particular joint to be me call nama makwa arrange jollof, na me the coffee.
Okay.
Enti me ko to jollof. Me drew fia, me tsena sia na ma me si eh. Na asam kesia asinie and I'm say asem bay and I say me mpagya me tina me hwe TV ne nti the TV no de bia no adom TV and o ka che me say yes plane bia be ti ahwe wo obo asem potem ho
ofedu
na interestingly rich me papa wo fra dance area ho na me papa abusuafo sikaman ana mo ko chichire o mu kura aho no mu kuya ye oyini bibia enti me kai tama misa no se ye drew vacation and papa so or the me call me grandparents wa na sikaman kuro na ye ko enti se no awote ye wo si play na theater sikaman bo fedu sa kuro no mo ka ho asam no. I used to go there when I was a kid.
Oh no, papa free.
Me papa on free.
Okay.
But hona usa for ne ma me ne papa mu e kotena o mu ye adanse for. Ba mu kotena ho koyi o mu kua ho nti. Hona na o mu ofie ho mo te ho. E se me papa ka se ye nko na na ho bia sikaman kunim. Hona na ye ko.
Wow.
Nti yete ho na utimu se they are all anchor adum news no asem no me ni du ana me ka che ma me say me ensem trofo multimedia we are the best for a reason and eba news the man is so powerful and say you were correspondent almost at every vital institution and you were Flash Star House correspondent to her. And by this time, yeah, my Mijina TV, you see, the correspondent at giving us info on the individuals who are involved. And ojina hono, omo information who are involved, but per protocols of the Juma, on to me for the need to do.
As if presidency back.
But utie the way I see kase asama toyena. Then you could imagine say enkofu kra omo involved no omo ye do. Et man kan cho ana meboa. Me yam satisfy me. Now Rich, yeah, show program na. Anna Adum TV call live. Say oh, omo bring your footages of the way flash tower so must start to share in Kunyani flag, you know, because the presidency is about to address the nation. Or no, my neighbor Kasa. Now, Rich, omo the footage in the corner. The first thing I mean who ya, Maria who ya, was the poster of Felix Ofosukwachi. The real Ojina Hono. Now I say Ojina Hoba Juju. Felix Jina Homi who na me shame. Then the next scene was Interior Minister and MP for Aswase Muntaka. I was showing a white kaftan in the old soon. On to me, and wash it. And a background footage is all. And the General Secretary of NDC, Fifi Kwete. Aban in China or consoling say or mrafom. Enti uche news na satam na mame na or uncle news in the kase. This is the footage from the flash towers. Or more prepare to come and make the announcement. Rich, the moment I saw these things, me observe Felix Ofosukwachi Muntaka also. And if you quote and I said no,
you knew Sebi because yes.
No, I dear we are not. Na jollof na me toko he na me de ka ho cause na the whole day me didi enti sa no maya me kenyina na me hwe na me didi so na me phone emben me
Okay.
Enti me didi wie na me say the way I have been kept in suspense no me assure say me fa me phone sisi a na me ko social media I will be able to get advanced news even pending
the fractal house will be catching.
Yes. Rich. Me ram me bag in my phone. Me BAX. The first person I me who ni post was Nhyira Penny Oyejuma was City FM. Godfred Akoto. And the message was R.I.P. Rest in peace. And I one listed Dr. Manebuama Muntala Muniru. See Jesus Christ.
Dr. Samuel Sapon.
And see, no calling your mini
from Ashanti region.
Me ready. Godfred Akoto message, you know. For bare 2 minutes, Rich. Now me who how I will communicate it to my mom. But what I mean, Chang? And me girl so now I think also when you're off into a birthday. I'm not even say, but me reading me who. But how do I communicate to them? I was numb. Me too deep. Let me see. And see, me who baby I could do by. Then I started telling them. Say, the Minister for Defense, na esi Owumu, the Minister for Environment and MP, Tamale Central, na esi Okao. Rich, me bo munkro ye na. My mom made me more sad. When was some okay? I say, enipa yenyina yebewu. But the dignity of your death, I say, wo wo wie no. Abraba obebo was asase no. Omo a omo fata se omo edi esun be jamo. Na omo be hwe wani achi. Na omo be hu se oda ho. Na omo be sun. Na ensem a wo se omo ka no omo no di party. Omo be nya the opportunity to tell you. It's part of your process. So the be France as well. Now the ame way yane say you will not get the opportunity to see your family member laid in state and put no pay last respects.
That
is it.
Say goodbye.
That is what my mom. That was the first words. Okay. Say a warning there. Anyaba eya. But the process of all transition out of this world no. The ye nim ya mamremu no. Enye hwehwe ni mu ne ye to lay people in states. Even brofo kra no. They lay obi awo in states. And the reason why we do that is to pay our last respect. Name rich. The yara was say the family and the nation may not even have the access to pay our last respect to these people. And so bent bodies, which like you may not be interested in even showing it to the public.
You can't, because omo bend to a beyond recognition.
Nanka ya sasa go sack bags mo.
Say we.
That is the saddest part of it.
We say you ayara.
Na woni
Me say ya.
You heard news na omede doctor omane bo amabeto since so. I think they had called someone on phone. And any pakrono Emma backgrounds of the people. Rich. When they were reading the tribute of Dr. Mane Boama, and they said, Oko Legon, medical school. Owe, he became a professional doctor, medical doctor. Then from there, were other courses, including a course at Harvard. Rich. You know how it's difficult to do medicine. You go university for 4 years. University medicine. They added 3 years to it.
7.
It cost 7 years. Oh, you know. Or say I needed more capacity as a person. Rich. Yes, I know. Doctors were like 10 gods. And this who go through education, now be a medical doctor. What for someone to say after medical school, I want to still add more capacity to myself. Yes, we're questioning away, including studying at arguably the best university in the world, Harvard. Yeah. Rich. Obi enim obi tirimasem. But we knew obi to say Dr. Mane Boama with the career path Osuma Osum Omayi, he might have had great ambitions.
Baba deputy sports minister.
Oh yes.
2012.
Why a lot of why a deputy ministry be brain or some. We do not even know. Say, even with this current government, Abia was here with defense. With the way Oyen learned and how astute, yes, astute our year big week in the party. No, Abia along John Dramani Mahama second term he transition and again Abia he could have reshuffled him to other ministries to fix specific problems. And we know that Dr. Mane Boama may have had even presidential ambitions. Rich, I don't know if you know Honorable Mutala. Look, he is one of those people you listen to and for your full package. Knowledge, humor, politics. Say, you can say, oh, yeah, morning show way, and Honorable Mutala, the MP for Tamale Central, is one of those people on the panel. Rich, the way he discussed topics, Utiena, he will give you the knowledge. Obama was straight when it is also on Manfatu Mubia, and my program here quite exciting. And when he has to be very, very political too, he knows his trade. Rich. And upon a joint to a program. Or interview Mami Bia, I think Neba Ernest Sergeant Ernest Ado.
So 1 month ni and Okoji our real man banner.
Yes.
And every day be our name banning didn't come up.
You see, Enra, the film Mammy Hon. Me ko share yenua summer. Ne tournament na obo ba ntima so tefide. Bench na metiso. Na metiso with soldier for omo provide security for the tournament. Now one of them a soldier near me nim no atonsu. And unum say this and conform a fly we mo no me soldier for. Nti the guy was or a soldier near or a lot of info. Nti ono pa and odi carry the first image of a Brantian on the marriage ceremony no at the shrine. So this is what is on the platform of the 4BN suggestion. Rich. You can't do go jota the enche you. So o worry ye na to renche me ato. Na otie ni mame na. Osina say no ne ba ne bon koma. Na there was some instinct to be about search. I said online look kakra.
I said the band say na djumo yen.
That is and yasam no.
The man a man is no.
Ye nama ye koye be nyina. What we will be able to put on the table for our family. Along those lines, we will die. And see, even when you know, say there are dangers around our lives, you can't. Now, how will you pay your bills? How will you put food at our table also for your family? And we know. Say, yeah, and no one but rich, you pay. Especially I am meme. So sakwaya baka nkradia and enye easy. Na yenua Kevin Owusu ansa. Me say mofa picture na omo nyina was no embra back. I want to make reference to say pictures na babonti na baku o ha chef full uniform.
A squadron leader
Peter Anala. I think we are Catholic. Ntoni yenua Kevin Owusu ansa ene kwa sorry. The first message Kevin posted on Facebook was how nice this man is. I say, so kwa sorry na ohuwa onimu. But the way obe tin ni ma chew na onu be bon komo na onu be sre rich adinti na eya ba be ye bibi say ini papa nche. And just say asam na rewama enra anytime bia menya a moment of silence bia rich na me raho na no pawe me tika mu ba no your intro ama me su yo ka no because the journey on this life, rich, there are too many things in it that sometimes you even want to question God. Now, and you may not meet joining, rich. I became more sad when I heard say, na a trip and I was a President Kobe. And an Assemblies of God program being President and Kobe. Rich, I don't know for a fact. But if anybody are not all playing him, if not on your schedule to be on the plane, name on presidency, mentimi ankoko na kosi manaya.
The reason why president busy no ntimi nkasa.
Rich.
Esunkwa.
Apart from that, I don't know. I didn't keep the video because if I am sad, I don't even want to look at things that will make me more sad. Rich, there's a video circulating at the event I was Barcelona. I think the Minister for Lands and Minerals was present.
On it's all far from.
Yes, on the regional minister. Now, Rich, after program that's
I think I'm saying Kofi Amabua also.
Yes. Omujina wana ye born national anthem ni ye. The moment they sat down in the video, you will see the regional minister, Dr. Mwako Hene, telling the lands and minerals minister, they say, Charlie, omo ye try omo se omo medru no. Entia minya ne say omo play no. A crash amomewo. Rich, you watch the reaction of the minister and you will cry. I'm telling you. And Usha footage now. Utu say oh busa Dr. Makone say, what's he saying? Look, Dr. Makone may be like oh young to say ultimation also. And Rich, where did he get that control from? Because you could clearly see say Ojina want all go through processing he our information, you know. But he knew say I was say keeping the composure and make sure say and say Rich asama atu ye enra no. Asama atu ye enra no. Na mesre ye tie program ye share program estitu no some for any bloggers any ade. Rich, it is not pleasant. Say exclusive videos of how someone died. Say obi ashe. Say yes, some human remains a good bag mu. And you say
exclusivity.
You want to put those videos out.
Now I'm for a video.
Internet one. Udi bibi kotoa. It lasts forever. And see, you may put it there today. But Rich, what you are doing and say you will be torturing the family of these people forever, because anytime Yankupon ninyanse muno obare film nipa, so that we can endure pain and forget sometimes. But Rich, say this current generation sebi yehu the wisdom between what we can post and what we can't post. We may be torturing ourselves with these things. Mr. Say, oh, tell me how. What posted videos he be? What posted be? Mr. Go and delete it. We've seen that you have them. Yati asemno. Ya. Anya shikran adiati so. We are now adjusting ourselves, our psyche with the news, and we will move on. But don't give us a lasting memory. Enti what postibia ko yiwati na emma ebusuano ni nipa na wa film no some sort of dignity be. Let the memory of the people we knew are operational. Let the memories be a memory of dignity, and not those memories of adia umwana ebubu akoma more. Rich, I saw videos of sebi
ebinya crowd.
Yes, so magwa yimu esubia enkofo e child and they are posting. Why will you post that? Dia na obenya free mu. Let's respect the death kakra. Very, very important. yɛbɛma yɛ nyinaa ho yɛakɔ.
Sure.
It is so sad.
Very
So sad. Now, yes, President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama declared 3 days of national mourning. Mr. Remo, as citizens, Mama Yina Yemfa Hunjim. Let's mourn these people. They died in line of duty to Omaino. Sebi. They were not going to do their personal business. And they were in line of serving all of us. And then Yankopon atonensa e de afre omo. Enti you can't say far away from you. What they were going to do concern you as a citizen. Enti mama ye nyina yanka president ho. Now this 3 days ya we declare say yemfa money na ye nyina yensu ye fo no.
And ayala me di be count there no. You see empanifo no akontu omo kono. E galam say fight o. Yes. Who do man kodi no oboase.
Yes. So we share the flyer
program now.
Yes, the program, the theme of the program.
Fight against Galamsey.
Yes, was something against.
Me no na interest room. And dey ahwe omo kwa. Diesremo videos no mo dey ma show kakra pictures na ye muntility e pamcho. Mo may mbufu kakra. Ipa na wo nse bi wo abusua. Mo may mu won na bibia anya kama. Kofi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now what is saying? The irony of life. Penifo na ewu no. She will be to say doctor Omane Boama, for instance. Pobra. You say be an opano. She is suit to be or she is suit to be grand captain be put on a very nice perfume. Krebusunya me kwaba. The next thing and he said Okowi okoko afum. Yese wa share sebi unimpo beyond recognition.
I don't think that we have to still go on with the details of senior the 8 comrades in every month. For me, I will not want to remind Obiaya until I won't say anything about it. Me can be Bia Niamekan say yes, sir, Erade say a kunafo no. For me, those are the people I'm thinking about. Unisena, my papa a naval officer. So I was born in the Takoradi Naval Base. I'm a police officer. And unim Takoradi Naval Base and the police the third is a reserve, a Kwainwa. So yesterday I saw a video from City 4 now. You say one of the soldier 4 no Kahono. I think the squadron leader also Nhyira, a naval psychologist. Now the Western Regional Minister Gina Nimna all tries to be consoling. Now soldier 4 ne colleagues Sujina Nim. A naval psychologist, Rich. You understand? Nejumane saying Konodi and Kob obe buoni in times like this. But in these times, she needs somebody. You know, maybe some who say obey. How is she going to sleep? And I saw some very, very despicable reporting from your colleagues. Nibi. I didn't know Ubi Ebusi film. Now with the camera, any forget even about the camera, but the microphone I could Ubi Mami and say on Kasa. In Koforia, Dr. Manebu Mama. Now, in some for percent, Kasa. What are we doing? Rich, see a to me out the in Chasso. Yaminfra or Mokrensi. My main form of currency. I have a lot of things to say, but I don't want to. I mean, form of currency, my now. Your bonfire is a Radina Kasa and so mining na omboy in your hobby because you know, see, at the end of the day, we all go. And we see, I thought BBC is here. You pause and you accept that we all go.
And you reflect.
Oh, yes, you reflect. Maja Tum say, maybe bar, yet dang. I'll go. So I've accepted it. Yeah, bonfire say, Eradi, Ebeshe will be also. It's unfortunate. All of a sudden, in Kofor Dani aviation experts, they playing with Yena, playing with Yena. it's needless. Is it? Yes, say a second part, like Ayla was saying, it's about the dignity of Nipa and Free.
Sure.
And he say you recount the money because for all you know, Rich Ebi Compound Muba Kuba Crampo, share program, share will be social media, follow social media. So we need to be very careful. Like Obia Kano, so we cry out here rich now, Ben Dr. Manebuama, Ben squadron leader now. Imagine the wife that we are talking about.
Sure. They'll go through.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Be enjoyed and very on the look no, and that's sorry.
And now one of the MPs I'll call Mohammed Mutala Mohammed Efie. Also drew any mono, none in mano upon school Mudiago, more train daddy. How is Nada for Pano? How is he going to tell these kids? Say daddy is not coming. What is the explanation? But daddy is actually not coming. Daddy is not coming. Me and I felt that it was a big mistake and an unfortunate situation. Say cameras capture senior remains were carried from the scene of the accident. So I think that it was wrong. But I mean, in yes, we just have to protect those dignity. You're moving on from there. We just have to send condolences to everybody who is involved. Nah, you're vampire. Say, baby, come on. So, be very fine.
This year, Ngaza Kofi, something you do. Just go do for Zukra, and can be. Yano, and Quade Bogudi, 15. Very, very young.
Your money that I kid in Puena,
that I kid in Sunyadao,
and a lumba nearby.
And was the accident to be swimming here.
Yes, some motor. I've forgotten the town.
We are saying, you
is it Inchy?
When Inchy,
Western North region.
Now, I'm crying, I'm crying, and Canadian will break you down.
Then I'm here now. Mistress, we are sepa.
They know Monsieur Nami.
The two Amanakis,
Nami, me too, an hour.
Not Sabi, yes, you will now.
Me too,
any and Granite Canini.
Mammy say,
when you know in powers 25 years.
Mammy said, the matter no.
Jesus Christ.
The matter.
Oh, but Tinwa,
almost more quest cash. And they were not going for some amusement excursion. It was a Christian church excursion. Nah. Oh shit. Ya bomb na back with boom. Na yes shit in naka.
You will see an end, you will see up to one so. As some tin.
No more say sumo. Now, you go through this process here, then this big one. I are also more. Now, it drew some real. Nyankopona, you so friends on sharing, and yet easy.
What can I say? And
easy. Which
I think that at the better as no Yamibi. Yanfancy him, sir.
Yeah.
I die a betting young coupons and onion Yamibu.
But Rich, you see, these things, it can be pictured in.
And why
say yes. It is here to hold. So soon one day we will be gone, people will be here. And yes, they will come in.
I allow him to say, me type a yes on your bar. Because the last time if I will be left, no me man left now. Na me bought Kodofu Sununo, Macramno. Then you find times, Pesado. Nana, who quite Dumana and you in our book. And I'm saying, me Pesano because Debiano a kind
you want to remind
us. I can't do woman,
of course.
Of course.
And it's very, very
important. Me type Pesano,
it's very, very important.
When you're the shaman, of course. I want to a young crowd.
Oh, we have a call, Rich. We have a call, Dunipa. Penny Passam. And you know, bring my jumbone.
Only me, we are wine.
Bro, the reason why you are on this earth is to add up to humanity, and humanity is love.
Adum keke.
Chire nipa do. Be important around the people awo. Ma hu hia nipa. Me nipa hu hia. Let people feel love with your presence. Put smiles on the faces of others. Brownwasi. Enye nipa bone. Enye no obi hu adwembone. Send your person about command. Wish same for people. The way you want to be treated, treat others the same. It is very, very important. Because, Rich, no matter how you live your life, you will leave this world. If you ask me, ahunya yo. But Rich, the fact that ube jawa kono should tell you say enye no eni bibia. Let's live right. Yemfa yen ho bone nche yen ho. Yenyi obi bone bia wa ye free extreme. We should be free-spirited people. Obu abe hunu no wa ye kusu. Oh, you're so bitter because ontimi nye bibi mane nko oso di beko wana o de cha na o de die na ache etoda ho timi tinase as ewiase kra mi pewe no kra ade kra no Rich, if obi so a politician now unim the highest position in bagobeti mianya president. But Obian say you Obian a bit my president. So the highest a politician can go is to be MP and minister. So you can say Dr. Wanebu Amamoni Muntala Mono, Rich, they've reached the peak of their career as politicians. So baby umbeso mo abrabo kodunu, they've gotten there. But look at us today. Ye do mo dance here. Rich, say the one is at the etibiano. Even when you get there, you leave. Nti, Mr. Okay. Mama yen fan to tia hofo. Ye hu wiase sa. So hu wiase sa. Bibia obey bia no, you be very, very careful in doing it. Rich, ye me for lies kakra. Na yeba yo 1 or 2 bia na but so say tie for near for probably may want to also say something. Sure. But you mumfa course ni bi mai na 03220 83581 83582 83583. The state is morning. The also person can be an fabra na Inuna into Jumedin so Emma. Hello. Good morning. Jado. Yes, sir. Pato Laundry.
Jado. Yeah, Samo. Viana Mekasi. Yasasi say Aben. O would have many parts and if you have it. In a unique swap. But I be Mufaso Cornelia, and especially no idea happy. Yana me bisa mo se o mo ko no e go for dan o mo na so wuti o mane bo amakura di ya ono no ba ye wo no ba pe and you see me ma yankopon mane ba mbo ne yake se o so na atofo di o mo susu because one got to come up with your pen. Oh, Richard, so I soon bow on Kanya. And a pack of what can VIP and I bring or conquer, because we are not. See, yes, so, and I blame, and I say, say they are happy if I will be him. So, see, and go upon a man about one. She's a rich man, my bottle, that. No, I'm your papa, like, bottle was animal. Rich air.
That's about all laundry at the end.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. but she didn't want us to yes, yes, a bench. Nhyira never hear Anora Obi Papa Obi Wasa Obi Nana Obi Jani na no additional idea about na some yes sorry how to the time first my year was
Infant scholar. Hello?
Hello, Rich.
Yes, sir.
Gizo.
Gizo.
Oda.
Now what to say?
Kumase Bruno, a friend Denyame. Now, Rich, tell him to be a church in India. So the effort to answer, she never could stand to come. Now, Rich, Yena Fufia Twata, or mine in a publisher. Just last week, Yana, many honorable Papa, a Casa of Fusu. But when young Kupa, I was on why we Germany Tapen. Kitaba, maybe something Germany, especially assistant. Now, Professor Bamba Pahubiano of Fremi. Tinamine was very good rapport. The quite crazy now, meeting training here, or the meet to call lunch. This man is very down to earth. The Yako Pope and way. Now, put a beer and petty for them. And I am not share now in Simbo. I can't talk. They should not think about their selfish interest only. Share, player, and as I look up there, coincidentally, Nimbia, Sir Ayanuana, last year, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, I got clear more, acquire first land, you go to media, between it. So much by Romania. Some castle last year, some of people up on Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. The helicopter be called and acquire first landing. Mammy says, I play Nankasa because I know 2 checks on the say, almost say, yes, I play now. And the idea of force, and I won't want and pay 14 and 1 or Montiniana because for helicopter to crash like that, you know, and yet better as how. So I say, it's a better for sometimes, you know, almost sufficient as almost so you know. You're quite in annual Korea, and not from a cat to Kumasi when I'm close of it. And put the phone and no more corner from the fashion. So, as you are never getting to Boha, they am penny phone, Jenny or mine who can be and son now much in woman who are. They were to eat in Boha.
Gizo, as I say, there is me, are. Na Yabakasa Sam, Zeko Mohammed, the message be a breme. And very, very emotional. I say, from him we are. And unto him shall we return. In fact, yesterday night was so horrible for me. May Allah have mercy on the souls of our departed gallant and dedicated warriors. Jacob Mohammed and the Disa message at the Abba.
I don't for Danny, I had more cocoa board. I'm for sure we near go Liverpool fan Cassiapa. Message or the sending me, I say, boss. We are nothing. We are really dust. A minister with mansion, big bed, big cars, big houses. But we are putting them in sacks. Sacks, oh. We are nothing, oh. Yesterday incident is a whole package of repentance. Rich was in a wife, a friend rabbit in only D. Or she TV no social media. Now, why you really down? A journey continue for being canon. Then he catch your wife and he say, on TV and social media, and so I answer, she may even break down.
In fact, course, you know. Hello?
Richard.
Yes, sir.
Richard, you think to say?
Let me handle me be a boko.
But you big Bernard ammonia. You do air conditioning specialist. Richard, Labotu, Rana Bookie, Papa. I represent Kessie part of it.
yɛni fi yɛni bi kura wi ase hada sɛ Ghana mɛ nipa pia bɛti ahwɛ mɛ nipa ahwɛ ne nkwa sɛ yɛni bi kura ada na ma nipa yɛ basaa na naka wate hɛ nyinaa wayɛ basaa rɔbi ne nyinaa yɛ basaa no mo tete a masa yɛwura ko ne papapapa ne yɛbɛsrɛ ɔmo pɛ content ne ade ne yɛsrɛ wɔ mo ɔmo sisi fa videos ahodoɔ yi ase ma nkɔfoɔ ɛyɛm hyehyɛ wɔ mo ɔmo sisi yɛsrɛ wɔ mo a de asɛm no aba no ɛnyɛ agodie yɛmbi agorɔ koraa yɛni abere yɛsrɛ wɔ mo ndaase.
Okay, yɛnso yɛda ase yɛmfa next caller. Hello.
Richardo.
Yes, sir.
Boss. Oyibo Boati.
Oyibo.
Richardo. In fact, if you are Bepimine, by a mere, who be that? Now, Richardo, Messiah, you be was said, Nipa, the trigger, the animal to me, get a clear human see. Now, me set moment, me is so emotional, me head down. Hey, bra, not more, recommend anything. Convey the remains of the victims in a sack of cocoa bags. But Namu says, yes, Masa, I beg you. Yes, dear. Oh, my, no, here you need to go. Maybe the minimum will say, a soft one, sorry. No man, sorry. Into one, sorry. Nay, now, you up, near for politics, some down to baby, near Nigga, okay, Masa, that I own because recently we reached here, but yeah, Masa, and yeah, for many years, spiritually, and the right thing must be done before things get out of hand. Because, Ricardo, me say, and I'm in the good say, hey, okay, Dr. Man, the pedigree in academic excellence. I mean, exposure. The whole defense minister, get an order. My note to me, I am silent, you know. Finally, I mean, a state of sorrowful and Richardo, my no, the young Bible, the young Kaboom, the young Croye, my two Macau, Dana, they're my Babu, Ricardo, the Nipper, it's your best friend. Said there would be a saying, it is happening, you bought here, almost when it's now, my no, the young Kaboom, the young Bible, the young Croye, Ricardo.
That's it. Hello.
Hello, Richardo.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm okay, Ghana, my Yaboto. The Abujota, the case this year, no, Ghana, no, be able to say, it will be seen, Nina, and ready, see Ghana. The Okase, young year, Mosum Yamia, would be moved out to say Yami, Nihona, a lot of things, but Nimpa or Sitting to Wakrefi, a funny phone. I got an prim. Now, when to me, I'm Murphy, I'm become high important for my Ghana. Momaina, one hour, or who saw your Cassiano, new Domina, Sama. And I say, one day, every crab will be Alberton, the whole defense minister, baby, Uto Yumpuno, went to me and one. The DJ Ghana mine say, Umay, I am some young. Now, if you part, the winning income, or no, very few information, but I say, no pay. Bye bye.
That's it. That's a bar near for two. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Apom boko de.
Nyame adom.
Nyina ntete ye ho ewe. Ano pay me ra ho pa na bisim ne. Mintini ni mi nipadua nyina jojo. To da bia obi wondi obi abewu ne kwaya obefa so a obekọ no. De ya na mo kan bi se wo hwe nipa bebre bi se babo kra she boy se no men ka de ode no ho to nipa da sene so obekwaja wo ma obekwaja wo yere obekwaja wo busua na de ehia ne se fache na se edin se yesi ya de chichiri ya ho wre no se bi adesema ya so mu twan ya ne enua bi twen ya buru edua bi nu ya dome no yesi so wu na echina mfa so be na obenya ni stress ya mfa chichiri ya ho wre ebise atamna re hopa ebise obi abewu na babia obewu adane de wunim sabi wu ye kwa na onipa dua ye nya he na esiesie wo kra na nipa be hwe wo sere wo kra ka ope nanso amasa ni sebusiafo nyina se yawe ne de omo fanchechire omo ho ye nyina omanga na ye si apene pa ye si apene sa we husem we de nya memma ne mabie osia no kwa ma esemfunso obi ne ya wade mfa ye mpa iboso no mfa nche
amen
eda sipi
amen eda sepa
Yenia Rahim Abdul Rahman or US now but he because I mean this is the first time he's telling me Rahim say ne papa ketwa ene Mohammed Mutala. I speak to Rahim a lot, a Man City fan. And I'll say the beer say no only Mutala Mohammed didn't come out. As some catcher and they say only live within the means. Like live within your means. Yeah, no. Live within your means. I say I say man I be catcher. On any bon come out so Rahim live within your means. And I've seen a lot of people on social media won't be some of the fondest memory of the minister. You see, even on social media, I'd never seen it before. Obabi and Opebi, and he recites the Quran and talks as a preaching in Quran. I always see myself in him. Now, Muslims know phrase almost a nominated Indian Muslim. I think it's pronounced Inna Lahi wa Inna Ilahi Raji'an.
Make kind of prophecy.
No, can say indeed to Allah we belong and to Him we shall return.
Allah now free by.
Yeah.
I think the same Minister Muntala Enrich granted an interview and also social media. Enrich you in the interview and because it is part of it is part of his life. Now Rich Unse I was describing a certain video be na meka ewo event na so wo boase when Asante Regional Minister Dr. Makohene ne Honorable Kufibua the lands minister no na meka say after the national anthem na or pe kwan bi enti say o share your Facebook Rich me say mo me start video di bi as at the time na Dr. Makuni Gina ho for the national anthem no he knew. Just look at him. He knew. He was obeka some natural Kofi Boa. Now just watch Kofi Boa's reaction. Like
so my was ordering say I
phone because I also here. But the first reaction was Onya said me sure say the good thing was he was sitting down. Rich news be say the one we are ujina wa. It could go through your nerves.
Maybe on a medical doctor in India.
Kofi Boa.
No.
Dr. Magoyene. Oh, I am a medical doctor. I never knew.
Yeah, he's a medical doctor.
But me here I'm talking about how composed he was able to be. And the essence of this video is the reaction from the land service minister. Rich. And from there, this scene here, you could tell the kind of state of womb. Because, Rich, the people that died were people they are waiting for.
Hey, program.
Yes, I no mobile. On the you see so ni muna. Oh na ro sa kwa e kana kuma. O test na kuma we say asemi amiti. Oh yin phone and just look at the facial expression. Or probably crowd third person crowding that share information onya. Rich. Now you see we a sports program. Into my main first name in Kasa same way. Today may be a perfect time. Sports, a mebunity pa. The youth and it is sports pa. Mr. Youth no. Mr. The violence in this country, especially political violence. Unsena Dr. Kui, MP ko, Minister ko, you gauge the mood of the nation and are united to mourn. The MPs you are willing to kill for them to come to power. You are willing to stab. What they say kind be wo bi. Ume 2 nights ye obi yam. Ume bo obi ani so. Ume tutu abo obi. Just to fight in violence to bring these people to power. Rich, beyond the power is the almighty power. And on my instruction was as he say, no matter the life you live, you will live. Enti yanko here to trust him to me. Yenye whatever it takes to get power, no. Rich, we will die. Oh. We will die. And I am using this sports platform. I mean, him said the youth of this country, they love sports. So they listen to this program. Mr. Omar, the violence in this country is becoming too much. The news of scattered violence to trust them, it is becoming too many. You see the incident now can want some about motorbikes now. Look, the youth, the way we ride the motorbikes, the speed the indiscipline levels of this country, it is becoming too much. Miss Ramu, and this advice goes to all of us, including myself. Yentity youthful exuberance, so. Yentity the way I hype and also. We should calm down a little bit. So if in this solemn and sober time, Yentimian seizes the opportunity to tell the youth what we are supposed to tell them, I don't think you will get time again. Because Rich, after this morning, we will come back to our Chelsea Barcelona way people will tune in and they want to listen to sports. This is the right time. Right. Mr. Omara. Mr. To trust somebody when you know, a too rampant in this country. Baby, I better say, ya gather for power beyond. There are skeletons of vigilantism. Miss Yamfanko baby, we will not take it anywhere. The politics, the MPP, the NDC, the power struggle. Look, Yamfanko baby. And when someone is instigating you to be so aggressive as if say your life depends on it, the MPs that you are fighting for to come to power, what you say, if you start time, you will do everything, even if it means you have to kill someone, you have to stab someone, you have to maim Obi, you are ready to do it. Rich, say you will leave this world and we will go. whether you have the most power or maybe I will say oh pray biano ubejawako mummy emphasize futuwe
that's it
me man guide yen in whatever we do na yen hu say ewo eda ho twen yen nyina enti obi keso kutupe na shenkan.
Well, there's a breaking news, a free presidency eba. Na making kind kakrana fi sign afa mo course no. I say presidency communications. Honorable Castle Ato Forsen and Honorable Emmanuel Kofibua to act as defense and environment, science and technology ministers. President John Dramani Mahama has asked the Minister for Finance, Honorable Dr. Castle Ato Forsen, to take an additional responsibility as Defense Minister. The President has also asked the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Emmanuel Kofi Amabua, to act as Minister for Environment, Science and Technology until further notice. This followed the tragic demise of the substantive ministers for Defense and Environment, Science and Technology in yesterday's Beta helicopter crash on their way to an event in Obuase. Signed by Nhyira Felix Ofusu Kwache, MP, spokesperson to the President, Minister, Government Communications. Inti eno ni de efri abankisem edi abanti de mekenkan ni na ene se His Excellency John Dramani Mahama SCCC idea Nhyira Ato Forsen a ono na ye Minister of Finance no on sign emfa aye Defense Ministry no enka ne dwumadi ho
okay
na Nhyira
Emmanuel Kofibua so we lands and minerals no
sure
emfa environment and science and technology
no na omunyina no omo active for now until say President ebebo obi fufro enso edintia no di efri abankisem eba ene anope yemfa course no kakra na Mr. Monhwe Ballon d'Or no nso yi ne mameto na no say minai eno afa ho adio na de emfa course no mra.
Hello Richard.
Yes sir.
Need you near one black say me dey be God. Me the word chow chow papa PFA. We shall rehoaba. Na me say we nipa ba kono tu mabu no fo. No correct Ghana di dia dance say doye ho. Di dia dance. Afem bi bisi bia efiti mofra. Ebisi obi bia la so bia di ho areho. Ye best re ye mpanyimfo. Eduru beebi na sa ye dwene wo man no ho a omomfa amanyosem entonchen na ye moa na wo man nin kambomu nhiye adwene bebi e bebo man Ghana bia say ye MPP say ye NDC ye nyimfa ntonchen na ye nyine wo man Ghana ho rich na mianimu ni areho abaso hwese sports na ye yewu teti a wagya sports no amma se say asem kesi wo ye beto menu ye nyina ye di mo bobo ta fem wo ye ama ko man ni konanim hwese a asem man tanye dia beto ho no wo se we infa position we insa nka ni position ho ye best ramonyo for ye nfa da ye nsa ye Ghana ye ba akopɛ MPP NDC omufentu omuhofo na yinya wodom a wo man Ghana konkoro Ghana no na yinya na de ye bia ya na etwa so aba nyankopon hira wo se sam na wo bia kunya na tum na ye kire ya adwene
ya da se pa emfa foforo.
Hello Ray.
Yes sir.
Onya Solomon
Solo
Asante wa Assembly na Afrinton ati wacho mama bedino. Wait, Mammo, Mabaco, and a pay a body amaye. Yeni out of my Yeni Maboko. Empire and I have a wish for Ye Papa and more a job was in Yankopon Betty Show Mure. We do what that any patron
so obedi bio so obedi ordinance and perform that one yes say nyankopon ka o mo re empamaye na o mo so o mo firi mo nyankopon pom nti empamaye na amanyesem no adwuma mo se adwuma na no mo ko ye ampo beso mo man no na o ye ne bi se ya to mo nti ekodi ekodi ni ma ya manyefo no ya mompa ya ma wo mo nyefo mo kan se nyankopon ta so ye ne ti se bi ama meto wo mo ana pe me ne me nti ona bu France e bo se o se awogu awu tia ayene ya pa o ko parliament session mo tell Mohammed o to wo so se no ati se o ye ndi se nti no pe wodi au pa ne ra ko nyankopon ka mo no nti nya rich better.
Okay, it has a yemfa next caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes sir.
Richard, it is
Nyami adom.
Then Abanasa. Okanawa can say. Gayan said, Nay, soon be among Kayaka, Mandu Nikia Jasa. As you say, Babi Ayadina. And he said, this year, the Yamin saying in Adam. The Babi Ayadina, dear, man yourself, young phantom can kakara. The twin can kakarana, a bobo, and then I'm on your day. Ghana yen tininja dede ai minya kodejan to o kasana sai wodi o na de Ghana na ya edia na lumba de si e bai an sen ka yire pre e aba no e so nyina adokuna de nyina yen hunu ke ye miafo ana nkwaso enkwa ho no e ba ko yen fan di agro ente yen ye panyem fo no so mo konye position no omunjunu ya ya wopom no susu kakara ayen hunu se ye wo hia ni wo ho na e wo de chabi de nyame dum no so wo ho te nema bi wo ha yen hunu na sa na nyankopon so hunu ya mobo te ye nyina yen seben
ati e da se pa memfa next caller na Kofi my update kakra on Ballon d'Or no hunsensem no. Hello
Richard.
Yes sir.
Muracho Ini abema kujipu kuni akiusu mate Mpaba wapa Akiusu nini matemu hasia Paba wafani yahu papa Ya shati Ya wadipen woye Yebi amata Se kodana wa solia Ibia migusa ushi Eya Se yempeni kodi kujitu Abwae Amo mae Afani tuma pepa Naga Eya bie ya dema mabushafo na ya we enye show ube kan sebia asam na ba yedi yaw obi a show we obi an kan sebia en show dia yesu o me yedi ta esia de be so twedi ampola no onu me mo bo tempo bodi bi ni ya obi onfonso be se no yi sa de no fi yesre o nyami show bia makra
ati that's it. Kofi na Ballon d'Or no hunsensem no.
I think it's almost started from a man in Duffy, was a man best goalkeeper. Ba out in Nigeria, friend Chiamaka Nad Morotenberger, Germany for goalkeeper. Your Daphne Van Domsla, one also Carter Cole, of course, Hampton of England, and so the list now. The man started by a man of best young player, Michelle Ajiman, Vicky Lopez, Claudia Martinez Ovando. She's also part of the list of the women young players. And man also young players, not a baby. And when I make a choice, and they expect so the list Lionel Messi, and also Kubasi, Ayub Boadi, that's how you do it. Eddie is a woman, of course, Willian Estevao, of course, for Abranta already 17 years to do what he did for the Brazilian Premier League game and also for the Club World Cup. You can tell why I'm in account. Dean Hudson, and second, the list of players award the Copa Trophy from Corano. Miles Lewis Kelly, of Arsenal, and second. Rodrigo Mora, Club World Cup, and there was
game between Porto and Palmeiras. Now Estevao Willian born the rights, Rodrigo Mora also born the other side for Porto from solid player. In fact, on the night I thought that a branch friend Rodrigo Mora was the best player, but I'm the my Estevao. João Neves of Paris Saint-Germain and CD Caron, of course. Somebody that I think will win. My branch friend Lamine Yamal, Ibanez Nazraoui, and so Edieka, of course. And Mane and Kenan Yodes and so Edieka listen on. When you talk about the players now of the Copa Trophy 2025 Copa Trophy, on the full list, Ayub Baldi, Pau Kubasi, Desiree Doué of Paris Saint-Germain, on Champions League, just a couple of months ago. Willian Estevao, Dean Hudson, Miles Lewis Kelly, Rodrigo Mora of FC Porto, João Neves of Paris Saint-Germain, Lamine Yamal, Ibanez Nazraoui, Barcelona, of course, Kenan Yodes, Michel Ampon Ajiman, Linda Caicedo, Vicky Captain, Vicky Lopez, my branch friend Claudia, my Baba friend Claudia Martinez, and so we're listed.
Kopano. I think that this season ain't straightforward. So,
Breading.
So Barcelona for no. I say Oma dominated Kopano and saying yes, Lamine Yamal is expected even to fight for the main Ballon d'Or. But the contenders at this level, especially two players, they say Doué edge the best young player out the Champions League. They are Paris Saint-Germain GB or OGB, and they are one of the most outstanding players for the team. And now there's João Neves. João Neves, they are Paris Saint-Germain GB or OGB. He is one of the best players in the Paris Saint-Germain team. Then João Neves asks
Portugal.
The Portugal for Nations League, you know. Emmanuel Dumame pa. This is what I suspect. Say Ballon d'Or for him say Lamine Yamal on winning Ballon d'Or na ye Dembele ne be winning. Probably they will compensate him with this.
Okay, see the overall best no.
And which are contender?
Yemfa ma
Dembele. Na Dembele ne be winning.
Yemfa win compensate no.
They will. Even in terms of performance, influence, yeah, it is true. João Neves is very important for Paris Saint-Germain. Very important for the Portuguese Seleção. But the influence of Lamine Yamal, and let us not forget, we are looking at the span of the year, where Lamine Yamal was very successful with the Spanish La Liga before even the other Barcelona Babaye. And that influence in the Spanish team as an 18-year-old from the last time out, Rodrigo Koje Ballon d'Or, and the consistency up till now. There is no under 21 player on the level of Lamine Yamal. Nobody. Not even Desiree Doué. Desiree Doué is a interview and saying he believes he's better than Lamine Yamal. He's not. Only Lamine Yamal, you see, influence in a game. There were a lot of games where Lamine Yamal single-handedly. Now, Champions League na Ousmane Dembele Agel. And the fact that he has also been very influential for your friend is saying French national team and also for the Paris Saint-Germain team, no?
And was I French?
And French, and the fact that Lamine Yamal and Timian Spain and the Nations League now. Akobeji Ballon d'Or finish him. Kobeji finish him. He is very, very influential. See, if you look at even those who were close contenders of Lamine Yamal, we are probably talking of Obi Tisebia, Rafinha. But Rafinha, apart from what Barcelona did, the number of goals that he scored and the likes, I think that he can't Obi Ballon should have been there. But apart from that, the Brazilian national team, the influence in that team, he has not really been that influential. But for Lamine, a cut across. Yes, I think that would be the strategy of French football for now. If Lamine can't win the Ballon d'Or, they will compensate him. But even apart from that compensation, Lamine deserves the Copa Trophy. Nobody on that list would dream of a day with Lamine Yamal in that conversation.
So criterion is the
yeah.
The criteria. So who didn't come here? Criterion is very, very important. Say individual award. wo nipa na ya nominate you no in the year ne den na wo ye de ma wo team club side and then on national team
yeah that's the thing yeah
and there be a mami sa question I na busa bi wo street ne so no
yeah
say na edi nko bi so football na ibo no at the end of the day your question be at time say ekosi sen
yeah
tis ekosi sen dia then I think I agree with what Ayala said never say no the mood.
No, so you see, what are two things now?
I didn't hear.
First of all, also individual. The individual performance in that team is very important.
Which never
relax. Let's break it down. Let us not rush it. Okay. Individual performance. So you pick Lamine Yamal's individual performance from the Spanish national team and also from the Barcelona team. Then you pick João Neves' individual performance from the French and Portuguese Seleção and also from the Paris Saint-Germain team. The individual performance of Lamine Yamal trumps that of João Neves. You can look at the numbers, and you see disadvantageous to João Neves because João Neves is a midfielder. So when you talk about the positive data, Crampona, AB Crampa, he does on the final pass, only more assists as Lamine Yamal. But Lamine has those assists, he has those numbers in that regard. Then you go and look at Sao individual performance, no, like you are saying, how does it influence your team? Lamine's influence in that individual performance took him to the final of the Nations League. Now, in that list, the Nations League best players, when you look at the best players of the Nations League, he's in there. The best players with the most goal contributions also in the Nations League round, Lamine Yamal is in there. He won the Spanish La Liga. In winning of the Spanish La Liga, he is the best young player in the Spanish La Liga. In terms of the numbers also, those that contributed most, goals and assists, goal contributions, no, Lamine Yamal is also in there. And of course, won other trophies. Yes, he couldn't win the Ballon d'Or. So it means that in terms of trophies, there are two things. Oh, we need trophies, maybe. Also, we need trophies, maybe. But was he more influential in the winning of trophies for his team, Anna? So that is
so
that also comes down to
those criteria for this year. I'm gonna say individual performance. So then
and decisiveness.
And influence.
Decisiveness.
And influence.
Decisiveness.
And I'm gonna say collective success. And title achieved.
Yeah. I not visual.
Sportsmanship and fair play.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I could and I get say I like criteria and a bit debate because it's a list here about individual performance first, decisiveness, then collective success. But which one comes first for l'équipe for France football for? What did they look at first?
Me sure say minimum idea, but maybe individual said your church on individual performance, how decisive you were.
But you say the criteria reading is for the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
And we are so sure say it is the same for the all the other awards never under it. No.
Yeah.
Now, say Osha the winners of the Copa Trophy. I think Kylian Mbappe, Aji, then Pedri, Gavi, Jude Bellingham, Lamine Yamal. Yana Wadri, Edge Ballon d'Or. Lamine Yamal won the Copa Trophy. And so on no ye defending champions CAO. Rich. Yebetimi aka say that year was more of what he did with the Spanish national team, no? And he was overwhelmed favorite because it was a year near about European Championship, and he won the best young player at the European Championship. It's not a task to say, yeah, they award never man. But you see, my argument and I say, me Chidi said the same way. Will be a strong contender why Lamine Yamal can't repeat this feat. Rich, this year there is no European Championship bia. And it's a European Championship the highest competition for the winners of this award has always been the Champions League. Yeah, boy, Champions League ni Rich, Lamine Yamal with all the influence and in the individual awards now, any of them can you know. There's a way was voted the best player for the Champions League. Exactly. And we shouldn't lose sight. Say, Champions League more have always about 85% our positive correlation with the Ballon d'Or winners. Rich, maybe a Barcelona through and through. I believe Lamine Yamal super performance, super influence, needing any BBR. But when we descend to the Copa, say a Ballon d'Or Nankasa, we will have arguments there. But when we back the best young player now, Copa there, Rich, I think Desiree will deserve it. Okay, I think so deserve it, especially when Lamine Yamal Wajibi last year it was him, and he won it because he was a young player at the Euros, the best. Now let the best at the Champions League win the best young player, because Rich, who Champions League if you are. The rest of the domestic competitions now, Barcelona, Edgy Lamine Yamal, they say he also won everything in France. Uji League or G League. Oje Copa de Rey also Edgy Coupe de France. Bibia Uji Ebi Bibia Uji o Spain Colombiano. Also G the same thing and even more of France. And the Omrono so. And the competition yemi and Yeshiabon. Ye major competition, me the star player of the final of the competition. Interna who share yes, who board here, but when to me, me make a table and you come a question. Look, CMA award in a certain period. Rich, it doesn't mean say you are the best, but we are saying in a certain period, you are the best. And I am not arguing, say, this is doing in Bobo Lamine Yamal. That is not my argument. But within a stipulated time now, yeah, Rich, best young player, this is do deserve it.
Okay. Well, it comes down to voting. The voters, no. When they get
voting, the popularity back. Sure. Lamine Yamal is popular,
exactly.
Super popular.
For me, this idea has been unfortunate. Say Ababeto say na odo ayenya wayeni na, because like you're saying nigga Lamine Yamal ebetime win Ballon d'Or, then automatically he goes to Desiree. Sure. But because Dembele looks like he will win the Ballon d'Or, I mean it looks as if Ansheni and Lamine Yamal let's see how it goes now. I think it was 14 goals and 15 assists. Desiree do about 30 goal contributions. On Ben Lamine, yes, or JJ trophies here. See, at the end of the day, we'll see how it goes.
You say,
but
also one
Desire Nanka Paris Saint, because what they did last season is huge, Rich.
Okay.
A historic treble normal day, you know.
Okay. But even those who are arguing for Lamine, strong arguments.
Yeah.
Because Rich, I will say, you about tournament there's a young player all gunning for the best player of the tournament.
So if you're able to gun,
if you are gunning for the best player of the whole tournament, then it's about the best young player there. So if Lamine Yamal is a strong argument for even the Ballon d'Or itself, and you're managing to pay for it, I also want the night called a warm to baby. You get the argument. Baby will be a strong argument. Okay. But me, because I will vote for Desiree Doué. For me, in my eyes. Or deserve say or win this award no. Lamine Yamal, he should go and look and Ghana award wajibi. Now go up there and argue. Go contest. Where we need.
Okay.
But Rich said Lamine Yamal winner. The Barcelona dominance will continue at that level. Because Obejedi said then it will be said in the last 4 years the only player who will win Copa now on free Barcelona will be Jude Bellingham. We didn't free equation anymore. It was from Pedri to Gavi, then to Bellingham, and Lamine Yamal.
If you will come, Barca with 2 nominations.
Yes, Pau Kubasi is also there.
No, likely.
But
it tells you how good.
If you are producing,
you have to be taken away from it.
And I think they almost started Copa, no? And Shedan Chebebri, the Spanish has produced 3 winners. Now, if even you go into broad analysis and say, oh, even Jude Bellingham when he was winning it was playing for Real Madrid. Rich, league be how by wow. The Spencer League was our pension of producing this Ballon d'Or winner. Oh yeah, they can claim you. The projection is too much.
Okay. Everyone say, Nyami Adama next year, Diano, Ballon d'Or. No, I was in Kofubiso Mania, the next Lionel Messi. Anka with me,
but must we revisit the duration and ask why Chelsea are world champions, but they are not dominating the awards?
I think it's
duration because if it captures the because FIFA Club World Cup now. So if the award is capturing the FIFA Club World Cup and Chelsea are the winners and also the champions of the FIFA Club World Cup, is it down to more of a teamwork and not individual be agent one? I
think it's a one. And then also, when it's a Club World Cup, a small sample size in the whole season.
No,
and not Chelsea season a little bit up and down. It wasn't too consistent.
Exactly.
So what you are saying is FIFA Club World Cup.
We need who say and call for Namim. But also the Nestle no Messi. Drew on
the Nestle no Messi about.
Also, Brazil, Brazil for the Brazil, but on near and the American say, and the young Kuntoka. A Yaban, young Kunto Brazil for the sea. Boy, almost friend Messini. To watch Casemi, or any new money at Semesi. To the extent of a couple South American Championship, a couple against Argentine team, who was accepted that the boy is like Lionel Messi. Okay, to both Brazil and Argentina for yes, but these are the owners of the Nestle no Messi. And I made just say, say, I'm a coffee the Nestle no Messi na baby. You said next year by this time, you're discussing Ballon d'Or. I see a cancer. Some was a man making the Tiafini with the HDA. Rich, in the contract open to Cadodo. And here you impart on me. In the contracts of Chelsea, any Estevao Timo Cotton, there is a Ballon d'Or add-ons. Omonene Mamma. Omotona Mamma. In the contract, say a brand and a bar. Ye Jesus obet me Ballon d'Or. Sa obejia. Ska say near the Bamam. Munchia says Kawi my. Techini near the end. To go here, Herman. Island can be married. I am stating the reality. I am stating a fact in the contract. Make us say we. Or see, I don't know, Chelsea for Neka. Now, boy, no crown, yes, I'll come on. I was confused when video that's what we have. Beauty. One went to me improve. There be never now, Mijina board and you must even go prove. Never catch us, it is dead. They know the buy. And you were tearful now, a tearful in the bed. Go fee or the buy. Why, we are. And now one farmer, but I've said it. Say, who can hear no grada? What better than story now? Might maybe your boss is a Ballon d'Or story now. What catch this? Yes, Brazil, Argentina. Also, the Nestle no Messi. And the major say, story in the day can you can be a story in the baby that baby any baby. Read it credit. Story about penetrate your book. Some general open story. What will be your story? I made your story now. I got a story about today. International Yamiaduma. The Nestle no Messi. No problem. Someone's going to talk event is in Benjamin Zescu. So, yeah, yeah, but no problem. Why? I ain't any problem. Yeah. Now, fast no much to go now when you was in concert the Messilino. No one can say it. Nothing one has only names against it. You're dying a bed. No, but maybe concert for the Messilino. But Estevao, Messilino has been there for
Tell what that.
Be man ko family.
Maybe na say no which can say any fact no can.
No, or say any crescent
Cano cre. Who be tena fidie so cano cre. Cano cre.
No say na de bia.
O ko dem na ko yan.
Who see any no cre.
Men ka say yan ko mi bi mi hui. Mente. Mi hui na mente. Why am I say you say
but Estevao your friend Messinho that has been there for a long time.
Yes,
even when class were lining up for Real Madrid.
Ballon d'Or ni bi man. Why?
Bonus so Bono ni
Enzo Maresca din komo. Yen fa pressure antono so. Mo na mo the player ketua bi aba Rasmus.
Yeah, the player ketua ba.
Yen fa pressure.
Is it fee?
Oba be for ball.
Benjamin Sesko player ketua.
There be fee don't run away from pressure.
Kofi.
There be
Abrantia
for pressure.
Abrantia won ko sign
na ball Bundesliga ni dem so unya daje hwe no.
Why na okay?
Benjamin Sesko. Me video so I was like, hey,
Makai Jama description do the man me ade osima ko ka NDC asem. Osim was selective amnesia. I don't know selective amnesia. I don't know selective amnesia. Eno mi jira he ya.
was Super Jackson.
Me can say ska say na say. Sesko di dey. I say
From so yeah ton wo aye Bokrom estate. Ija kre Yesu kre ja him when they are but yemfa bi ense na estate house aye ton awo Bokrom estate no ani je ho na opesa oto ampa cho number is here 0540112434 0540112434 na monne aye ajapadira no eni nkomo Rush energy drink sorry bia msraw pebina enom essence bebo pa ma odi no akoyo benya hoden sonko a onso betimi ede aye wadwuma Rush energy drink tobi na enom ebetimi abo ye pa peso tukwan ekọ abrochire country bia sa wo kwhwehwe ho keke okoteno no akoye adwuma ana okoteno no akọ school ni nyina no Boniface stores and Americanfo enso edi amawo bibia about traveling so peso tukwan fa bedan na enyeni na kama emfama ye penipa duonum amo ye modwuma businessmen and women yedemo ekotaki na nyame adoma September makusha manufacturers na monso matimi edi enkomo kama pa na onso business ni bibia timi akonkan dia mayo tech ya tech junction ye ben victory battles sorry no 0531 085235 na mekawa se koku no koso na enom esanse ede so koku de nyame ni mechelia ede papa and intino Coca-Cola Ghana beverages SM kanchire asanteman Ghana man says to say 300 ml no yate so ede about 5 cities ebeso bia etimi enum bi enti aya na wonso no etimi agibe ukwa no ka cho say eye 5 cities yesade bia 50 pesos bia na 1 cedi aka which is 6 cities a ka chen say otone ha sabe child say eye 5 cities yate eye bono so na P phones and accessories bacho brand beto phones ba efie ho isan sanye ba bia na ye to eye phones ye de phones no eye papa so pe Samsung Nokia nam Tecno Infinix ni na enkwere o tablet um disua de na yakofa bi e de aba wo bare sika no so crowd de bra na fa Ghana card kan obetua kakra na de aka ne spread the amount wo pe bibiri ato e bia phones no wo ye company be so to na wo de che workers no so ye bete bo no so e de ama ye charge de pi oto ade de free na pi ho a branded t-shirt no sika button 5000 so we che nyema bibiri e na ye che wo ndu ane se Obaba Kumasi Adum Kesben Hono Obiba JK building opposite Prudential Bank and a PZ Nana Kosia Jama building Honano ya BB shops in the Biawan Sabitimi Akan 0533093422 Kemfa Sabamisha Ebi Drew Kain to be na anom na ya debit said